Hello everyone, welcome to the When at Work podcast with host Julian Leahy. Today I'm joined by Stephen Endacott, also known as AI Steve from the UK. Welcome to the show, Steve.
Hi, thanks Julian. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, we'll find out what AI Steve's been up to. Before we do that, we're just going to play a quick game. Load it up. We've only got one today, so you should be able to win this. The category, Steve, names the same people, like doppelganger names of famous people, I think. We'll get into it. Cool. We'll work it out. Museums, file under M. These are M words. Animals, north words and south words. What would you like, Steve?
I'm in the northern hemisphere, so I'm going to go northwards.
North words for 100, I'm assuming. This university's two campuses in Chicago and Evanston, Illinois, both front on Lake Michigan.
Never been there, not got the slightest idea.
Michigan, what do they got over there? They got, I think it's just Michigan University, State. Michigan State, Northwest. Oh, that's right. So they're going to have North in them. That was we forgot.
Northwest Michigan State.
Well, it was Northwestern was the answer. Is that what the full name is?
That's close enough.
That's close enough. It is, yeah. All right. Well, we'll give you points for that. 100 points. It's for Steve. See if that works.
I'm a winner.
You are. Wow, this is harder than it looks.
It's your game.
All right, here we go. Steve, what would you like next?
I have animals, please, to reflect my nature.
For 100?
Oh, no, for 200.
200. Like a lot of birds, the monarch butterfly does this in the winter.
Hibernate. Oh, no, it's north. Oh, no, hibernates, yeah.
Migrate.
Oh,
I would have accepted the second answer you had, fly north, but I see why you didn't, because we weren't in the north category anymore. What would you like next?
I'm going to go for less. I'm going to go for file it under M for 100.
File it under M. The driver of this train at Disneyland needs a one-track mind.
Mickey Mouse?
It's got to be, hasn't it? Oh. Needs a one-track ride. Monorail is the answer. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense, but they kind of threw you off when they said the driver and thought we had to name the driver. But it's monorail. The one-track mind was what they were going for.
I'm not doing so well anymore. I'm going back to being a politician. Rubbish.
Well, fortunately, you don't lose points when you get the incorrect answer. So what would you like next?
Museums.
Museums for 100. Estavayer-le-Lac, Switzerland, boasts a museum full of these dead amphibians arranged in human poses. What are the amphibians? There's only two really amphibians that we know of, or maybe three. There's like axolotls, frogs, and newts or something.
I'm going to go with the frogs.
Frog museum sounds like fun. It's correct. Well done, Steve.
Hey.
Let me just adjust.
Thank you for that little help.
Yeah, there you go. What would you like next?
Name the same.
Name the same. 200. The actor who starred in Rear Window, or the real name of actor Stuart Granger. Now, Rear Window was one of those Hitchcock ones, I think.
Yeah. Stuart Granger was Clark Gable.
Oh, that's who I was trying to get the name of the actor. Oh no, it was James Stewart. Yeah, it was the other one that's in all the Hitchcocks. James Stewart. I think Clark Gable was in the one with the plane. Never mind. What would you like next, Stuart?
What's left?
Well, everything. Names the same. Museums. File under M. Animals, north and south. Stephen, sorry, I called you Stuart. 200 for which one? South. Okay. Yeah. Notre Dame University, or Notre Dame, is located near this Indiana city, first called Big St. Joseph. Indiana City, Indiana. I don't know much about Indiana. Notre Dame, as they call it. is located next to what city? I think they used to... You know what? They got a lot of Irish folk there, and they call their football team the Fighting Irish. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's take a look. South Bend. Never heard of it. Stephen, what would you like next?
Let's go back to names the same. $300.
300 names the same. Latin American pop music style or a sauce used in Mexican cuisine. It literally means sauce.
Ooh.
You haven't had... I've got a Latin wife, so I know this one.
Something like that.
And it's also a dance style. Salsa, you got it. Well done, Steve. Great job. All right, we'll do one more question, then we'll wrap it up. It's a bit hard with one guest.
Names the same for 500.
Names the same. Go big. 500. The third largest city in Missouri and Massachusetts.
What are you guys? I'm not American. I'm English.
Well, I know this is Jeopardy. They're all American questions. Massachusetts, third largest city in. It's got the same name, Missouri, Massachusetts. So it's not going to be Boston. That's the first biggest. What's the one that's a little bit inland? Oh, it's going to come to me. I can't remember it. Can you remember it? Missouri.
Minneapolis.
It's a guess. Springfield, home of the Simpsons.
Hang on, that's where the Simpsons come from.
Well done, Steve. 500 points. We'll wrap it up. Great job, nevertheless. All right, now, Steve, tell us all about what you've been up to. First of all, tell us about the time you ran for UK politics as an AI candidate.
Well, it was an idea in a pub. So I'm an investor, and I'm invested in a business called Neural Voice. What they do, bunch of techies, they connect the internet to voice by, you say something, it translates it into words, puts it into a large language model, comes back with an answer and talks to you. That's a simple concept, aimed at customer service, yeah? But why couldn't you create a version where a politician is available 365 days a week, 24/7 for its voters, and they can literally press a button and talk to me about any of my policies, and if I don't have a policy on the topic, it will go off, research it, and engage them with conversation, which we then record, so I can then data mine every day to say what policies I don't have that the people want. So the idea is to create a politician that does what he's told and doesn't just go around, be elected and disappear to Parliament and never be seen for 4 years. Quite radical in our country. Don't know what your country's like.
Yeah, well, we're pretty weird down here, and I don't know that we would even... there would be some sort of like inquiry if we had an AI candidate. Everyone would lose their minds. But I like the idea, and I particularly like the idea as a marketing exercise, but that's me.
People lose their minds, and we had enormous coverage around the world, mainly positive, after they got over the initial shock. Because when you say AI Steve, standing to be MP, you go, oh, get real. Skynet, we can't have MPs, AI controlling our lives. When you explain it's just a communication tool, that people could talk to you, and it's human beings making the decisions, human beings making the policies, yeah, they call out, they chill out a bit and go, yeah, that's not a bad idea. And we also had a group of validators, which were just commuters, who voted on the ideas to say, do they make sense to the common man and common lady? So it was a reasonably well thought out, well thought program that people liked once they actually got the actual idea behind the headline.
No, I think, I mean, I look at it honestly just as a marketing concept. And the moment I read that, I just thought that is brilliant because it's just got impact. It's going to generate headlines, controversy. Some questions I had, though, politicians generally speak in political speak where they kind of dance around issues. Did you find that the AI candidate was a little bit too direct, and did that cause any problems?
No. We trained him to be a bullshit politician, never give a proper answer, just like all politicians. Yeah, he has to sound like a politician.
Awesome. And now, as far as Neural River, this AI is something that we're all getting our heads around, and it's a fantastic resource for a lot of tasks. Do you want to mention how this can be applied for businesses and why they should be paying attention to it?
Okay, imagine that you're an airline or you're a bank or your utility. The average wait is 38 minutes for a person to talk to you. They don't want to wait 38 minutes. An AI can scale from 0 to 10,000 characters in a second. So every single phone call can be answered instantly and use your brain, as we call it, your business brain, which we train on all your policies, all your documents, all your procedures. So that person, that AI, will know more about it than most of your staff. It will never get bored. You don't have to pay it overtime, and it's available 24/7. It can probably deal with 60% of the inquiries, and 40% of the time it has to triage it and give it to a real human being to call the person back. But you've already given them the data. So that just makes customer services more efficient.
It does, and so it's a great filtering mechanism, because one of the problems with when you've got a support department is that people are ringing up, and the agents themselves often are limited in what they can do, and they're just saying things, coming up with things that are not really helping. They're not escalating the problem. And this way is going to give the AI agent all of the info they need. They know exactly what needs to be escalated. And what percentage did you say go through to a human?
About 40% at the moment, but that will reduce. And at any point, when you go into the telephone system, you get lost. Press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for that, or you're talking to an Indian call center person that you can't understand. With our AI, at any point, you say one word, human, and it will take you through to a human person. So, yeah. But then you're in a queue. So we're finding a lot of people are saying AI and going back to the AI version, because at least they're getting an answer quicker. But you have the option of talking to a human being or talking to an AI. 60% of the time, the AI gives you the right answer, what you need. And again, AI, if you're ringing something up and it's giving you a quicker answer and you're not waiting, you'll put up with it. If it's an outbound sales call, no way. You're not putting up with this rubbish. I don't want to talk to an AI salesman. Go away.
Yeah, and from a business point of view, just think about that. You're screening out or handling 60% of your inquiries without the need to deal with staff turnover. You've got to train all these people. You've got to pay people to train them. It's a huge, huge undertaking and hugely expensive. If you could handle 60% of that with an AI agent, that is phenomenal. And then you're only getting the actual, legit calls that need interaction with a human, and then you've got your kind of specialist agents for that. What types of businesses? Now, Neural River is like an incubator, is that correct?
Yeah, so we've got two different businesses. Neural River is the incubator. Neural Voice is the business we just talked about, where we spun that out as a separate business with a management team that we've recruited. So let's talk about the incubator for a second. So two young guys came to me, one of them my middle son. So I play sport with the youngest, sport with the oldest. The middle was a computer geek, didn't particularly like me. But as he grew up, we bonded because we have a shared passion for technology. And he came to me with an idea with his friend. And I went, yeah, don't like that idea. AI is going to be so explosive. I want you to come up with 10 ideas and let's recruit people. So basically, we go to universities and we recruit top AI talent. We pay them 30 grand a year, but we give them 1 day of the week for them to work on their own idea. And the expectation that moves to half their time within 6 months. And within a year, we spin them out as a separate business and they get between 20 and 40% of that business, depending on who we have to put around them. So basically, we're saying, don't work for the man, come and work for yourself. Yeah, but you won't be able to actually run a business because you're a technician. So be the CTO, let us help you find an MD, find a sales director, raise the money, structure the business, and use some grey hair around you when you're launching all these new exciting businesses. So that's the concept of the incubator. The first project was Neural Voice. The second project is Lice Echo, which hopefully we'll move on to talk about.
Awesome. Now, the website for Neural Voice, is that neural-voice.ai?
Yeah, if you just type into Google Neural and Voice, you'll find it. And if you type into Neural River, you'll find that. And Lice Echo is even easier. Just type in Lice Echo.
All right, so let's talk about Lice Echo. And what is that and how does that use AI?
Okay, so when I was being a politician, we created a database of all of my political views. So you talk to it, it go to that database of political views, and then it'll give you answers based only on that database. I was out for dinner with my wife, for once not in the pub, we were in a restaurant, and she says, well, you've always wanted to write an autobiography, so why don't you just document all your life? And that led into Life's Echo. So we regard Life's Echo is basically just a way of creating an autobiography, to document your life, because why should you have to be rich and famous before you're the only ones that get an autobiography? And it's an ultimate genealogical tool because you're leaving an echo behind. So when you die, we believe you're dead. There's no immortality. You're not getting downloaded. You're just leaving an echo behind. So you press a button on the site, and we can do it in a minute. And Sarah will talk to you and interview an AI character about your early life, about your education, about your career, about your friends and family, to create an autobiography. That becomes a written document, and you can edit it, you can add things, you can change things. And then we use that to create an AI character that can use your voice or an actor's voice or third-party text and can talk to your descendants long after you're dead about your life. So you might remember something about your parents, you might know something about your grandparents, you'll know nothing about your great-grandparents. So this is leaving an echo to talk to future generations that aren't even born yet, long after you're dead.
Wonderful. That's very interesting. Let's hear from Sarah. We'll see if this works.
Well, of course it will.
No, I just mean because I've got to run it through the streaming thing. So, yeah, we'll see if we get audio.
Hi, I'm
and
Sarah
everything.
from Life's Echo.
Right,
do you
we're
have
now
any questions
chatting with
about
AI,
what
Sarah.
we do?
You're not, unless you said it can use the microphone.
Yeah, so that might be the issue. I did click what I thought was the correct setting. Anyway, that's just me trying to run this through AI.
Shall I have a go see if I can demonstrate it? I think you can do it. I can share a screen here, can't I? Can I try sharing?
Yeah, go. Just see if you can, yeah.
So you seeing this?
Let's have a look. No, I'm still seeing you.
Yeah, that's not working either then.
All right.
God, we're not good at this technology rubbish, are we?
Yeah, well, anyway, this will work if you just go off the website. If you keep talking, I'll have a little play around with it. I'm sure I'll be able to get it working. Yeah.
So AI Sarah is our sales team. So we're trying to run this business with no more than 10 staff. Yep. So we have a sales team. When you come to the site, she can talk you all about the product, all about the pricing, how it works, everything else. We have a different AI to interview you. And then they work on 5 segments of 45 minutes each, because you don't want to talk for hours in one go. And they have a conversation with you. So it has 1,000 questions behind the scenes, but it basically reacts to what you say and just builds on what you say. So it's a proper conversation. We record all that. That creates the foundation for the autobiography. And then we have a third character that uses your voice and can talk back to you. And it'd be lovely if we could demonstrate some of this.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to do it right now. So just bear with me, and we're gonna see how we go. All right, I'm just going to add this in now. So browser source.
See, Julian's a great technician.
Yeah.
If it works.
It's one of those things where when you're trying to get a little bit ambitious. All right. Now it's not loading now. So what have I done? It's refusing connections. Lifesecho.co. I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, that's not loading up in Mozilla for some reason.
No, I should be able to demonstrate it from my side at all default.
Hang on.
I don't know why that doesn't work.
Here we go. We'll get it sorted. All right, Microsoft Edge Lifesecho. We'll try that one. All right, here we go. Okay, so let me just see if we can get the audio in. Audio. Okay. Now I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. If I can hear it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's loading.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Life's Echo.
Well, I can hear that.
Do you have any questions about what we do?
I can't.
Yes, tell me what you do. Does that work? Yes.
Absolutely. Life's Echo allows you to record interviews about your life, covering topics like family, education, and career. You create a personal autobiography using AI technology, which can be shared and cherished by loved ones. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Can you give me a demo?
I can't provide a demo myself, but I recommend reaching out to the Life's Echo team for a demonstration. They can give you a closer look at how it works. Would you like more information on how to contact them?
Should I call Steve and Endacott?
You might want to contact the Life's Echo team directly rather than Steve Endacott.
Smart.
They have a dedicated...
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Well,
Go on to record an echo.
Oh, okay, record an
And then
echo.
talk to
Okay, record your echo. Let's try that.
Yeah. I can't hear it, by the way, but I'm trusting you.
Yeah, it's working. Okay, so record an echo.
Down the page. No, slow me down the page a bit.
Oh, down the page. Okay, yeah, down here, the red one.
It says, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm going to chat to you today about your early life experiences. Let's start from the very beginning. Could you tell me where and when you were born?
I was born in Osborne Park, a suburb of Perth, Western Australia, in
That's
1975.
Thank you for sharing
1975.
Thank you for that. So, you were born in 1,975 inches Osborne Park, Perth. What's the story behind your birth? Do you know if it was at a hospital or at home? Were there any interesting or funny tales that your family has shared about that time?
Let me just correct you. I was born in the year 1975 in Osborne Park, Perth.
Thank you for the correction. So
Yep,
you
she
were born
handled
in
the correction beautifully.
I appreciate your patience. Osborne Park, Perth. What a lovely place to be born. Do you know if your birth was planned or if there were any unique stories shared by your family about that time?
What you just said.
Perhaps any complications or memorable moments surrounding your arrival?
Complications was that apparently I had a big head and it was quite difficult to get me out.
That sounds like quite the dramatic entry into the world. Did your parents ever share how they felt during that experience? And I'm curious, do you think this early challenge has had any impact on you or your family dynamic growing up?
No, I think it was a minor incident. Shall we move on?
Yeah, why don't you shut that down
Of
and
course.
then listen to my
Let's shift
public
gears.
live echo.
I'd love to
and then you
know-
can ask me questions you like about me.
All right, where are the public...
Go up to the top. Go up to the top.
Yeah.
Listen to a live echo.
Listen to a live echo.
Very top buttons. Top buttons.
The
Very
top
two top
green
buttons.
one.
at the top.
Speak to an echo.
Yeah.
Okay, speak to an echo. Let's try this.
And then when you open the page, scroll down a bit again. Speak to Steve.
Talk to Steve's echo.
So this is my life, and you can ask me anything about
Hi,
my life.
I'm Steve.
You can ask me if I'm a homosexual.
Here to answer any questions about his life, beliefs, or attitudes that you may be interested in. So how about asking me some questions?
Tell me a funny story about Steve.
Oh, I've got one for you. Picture this. After England's 2003 Rugby World Cup win, I'm so ecstatic, I framed the signed rugby shirt I got from the team, proud as a peacock. Right, fast forward a few months, and my wife accidentally washes it. Yes, you heard right. My cherished piece of memorabilia turned into a waterlogged rag. I still laugh about it. Lesson learned. Keep things that matter under lock and key, or at least away from the washing machine.
Steve, have a guess what the funny story was.
About the World Cup, wasn't it?
It was,
Well,
yeah.
if I had to guess,
All right, well,
Well, if
that's
you're
cool. I'm
guessing-
going to wrap that up there. That is pretty cool. So we can go through and find out all sorts of info. And what are some of the use cases for this that you think people have?
Okay, so the base use case is a genealogical tool to leave a life echo for your future. But one of the things that we've been asked to do is host a funeral. So in the UK, there's been a massive increase in what they call direct cremations, where your body goes from the hospital straight to be cremated and then just get the ashes. It's increased from 3% in 2019 to 28%. So a lot of that time, that means that people don't have a closure event. So we're saying, why not use your life's echo to host your own funeral? So we've invented something called the last word, where you can write your own speech and give your own speech at your funeral. People could talk to you. We've created the big red book of life, a bit like Eamon Andrews' big red book, where you have your autobiography and all your pictures in. So why not host your own funeral in a pub at $500, compared with $6,000 to host or do a full funeral? So, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Funerals are a bit depressing. Being able to talk about funny stories and trips that you've had with the deceased. I could see that as being a great option. And how has the response been to it, Steve?
Generally very positive. Just like you can't keep everybody happy. So we describe it as a Marmite product. In the UK, that's a very tangy spread that you either hate or
Vegemite for the Australians, a little bit different but similar.
It's exactly the same. You either hate it or you love it.
Yeah.
So we know this product can be the same. So some people love it, some people hate it. So a bit like when I stood for an MP, I had death threats and somebody's put an axe through my computer and axe through my head, etc. And at that time, I made a big mistake of sending back an email saying, well, if you're hard enough, find the plug. Not a good idea. Don't engage with mad people. This time it's been a far tamer. I've just been told by one Catholic that I'll burn in hell forever and God will smite me down for my blasphemous acts in the next week or so. But I'm still here and it hasn't happened yet. And most Catholics and most religions are cool with what we're doing because they believe you have a time on earth and then you move off to a different place. That's no reason you shouldn't document your time on earth for the people you leave on earth. So most religions are cool with what we're doing. We've had positive response. It's early days, but yeah, we think this could be quite big.
Well, it's just like having a really interactive, photo album or, a video. People sometimes used to leave videos that they could play when they were gone. This is just bringing it on a whole another level, and it's kind of tailored towards each of the people who might have a different experience with the person. They can have a tailored question. It's a brilliant idea. Has there been much press about this? This is a very unique idea.
We only launched in December, so we've had quite a bit of coverage. No TV interviews yet, but it's early days. I think the biggest coverage will be when we host our first AI funeral. So just as AI Steve on the ballot paper was a guaranteed TV event, I think the first AI hosted funeral, hopefully not mine. Yeah.
Steve, you are a natural marketer. You just know how to get maximum outrage, and that is going to blow the doors off. Is there any takers for this?
Well, just launching. Unfortunately, it's 5 years after people recalled their life echo that most people pass away.
Yeah.
But we've also got an ethics. I know it sounds a bit daft, but we've got an ethics committee because we wanted to have a policy of doing no harm. I'm a technologist here. I'm a marketeer. I'm not an expert in death. So we recruited Janet Dumfrey, who's a known author about the grieving process. We've recruited psychologists, palliative care doctors, funeral care home owners. And for the first 3 months of designing the product, everything went via them. So one of the things they suggested and we're going to do is we've got to do good as well as making money. We think we'll make money with this product, but we're allocating 5% of our licenses to give away free to people who really need it. So for example, in the UK, we've just introduced this policy called assisted dying, where it takes about 6 weeks, but basically you can get approval to, in essence, end your life. That's difficult time as it is for the person doing that, but what about the people they leave behind? If we can give them a free license for Life's Echo and they can record their life and their echo, what a great way of doing something for good, that actually will demonstrate the product.
Fantastic. Very, very interesting, and good luck with that. If you want to check out what Steve's doing, so he's got the Life Echo, he's got the AI Incubator, which is called, Voice River? Neural River, and then the Neural Voice. which is basically an
All
AI solution that people can use and apply to their business. Is that correct?
Correct. Just check us out on the internet, guys. That's what it's there for. Come and find us. Come and have a look. Come and have a play. If you're interested in investing, get in touch. If you're interested in using it, just register and away you go.
Wonderful. Well, thanks very much, Steve, for coming on. That was very interesting. I've never seen anything like some of the things that you are coming up with. Thank you, Steve Endacott.
Thank you, Julian.
Wonderful. Well, thanks, everyone. I'm going to wrap things up. See you next time, and reach out to Steve if you are interested in having a chat and checking out some of the incredible AI stuff he's doing. Thanks, everyone. Bye.